What's up, everybody? I am Destroyar, your coach of the Washington Wake Pokémon Draft League team, and we are in Week 6 of IDL. This week, we are going up against Blazeman and the Winchester Metachamps. Let's have a look at the teams here. He has got Terra Tornadus T, which is a totally terrifying prospect there. It's got ground, electric, or flying. He's also got Latios. He has an Unaware Wall and Ghost, as well as Webs, so he could potentially spin block, set Webs, or spin block with Skeledirge. He's got Reverum, who's always a great setup threat. He also has Terra Hitmonchan, who we cannot forget about, Terapagos, and of course Hisuian Samurott, which is a super annoying one to deal with. So first of all, we're going to bring in our Excadrill. I'm bringing Lumberry because I'm kind of worried about this thing getting stuck in a matchup with Skeledirge and potentially getting Will-O-Wisp. Terra Ghost, just as a potential defensive Terra if he comes in with his Hitmon top to prevent a Mock Punch from killing us. And yeah, just be able to Rapid Spin, Swords Dance, and Earthquake and Iron Head will have pretty good coverage into most of the team here. Next up, we have Terra Water Screamtail. Pretty much the same set that we've been running fairly regularly here. It's just a good support set. Leftovers for longevity, Wish as well. Basically, we're just Thunder Waving and Encoring things to disrupt and to cripple his team. Dazzling Gleam so that we're not total taunt bait, so we can do a little bit of chip damage to some of his things. It is super effective against certain threats as well, like his Latios and his Hisuian Samurott. Next up, we are bringing the Sand with Hippowdon. Going a little bit different with Hippowdon this week. We're going to see if we can get a potential setup sweep here with Hippowdon, which might be kind of fun. We've got a Curse and Slack Off set with Earthquake and Ice Fang being our two main attacks, well, our two only attacks. We are max HP and Spadef on this thing, so if we can get a couple of curses going, it might be kind of hard to break this thing. Next up, we are bringing Paldean Tauros Aqua. Going with an Assault Vest on this just because I really wanted to have a little bit extra bulk. This is a good one to switch into his Hisuian Samurott. Should resist pretty much everything that Hisuian Samurott has. And with the Assault Vest and with Intimidate, it'll just be kind of a bulky, hard to kill thing. Aqua Jet in case we need to pick off something that's faster than us and that has been weakened, or something like a Sandy Shock potentially in the end game. Trailblaze for speed, and Close Combat and Wave Crash are just two stab moves that do a ton of damage. We are bringing Air Balloon Chi-Yu. This could be hopefully a good thing to have in a matchup versus Sandy Shocks. We're otherwise going to get killed by Earth Power into Sandy Shocks, but if we can come in with a fresh balloon, we have a shot to beat it. Overheat has a good chance to kill Sandy Shocks if it's just kind of a booster speed or no investment in HP defenses set. We have Bug Buzz with Throat Spray on our Vikavolt. Agility as well, Thunderbolt and Energy Ball, hoping that maybe he thinks this is a Weber, which is usually what Vikavolt is used for. If we can get an Agility and a Bug Buzz off, we will be able to hit, outspeed almost everything, and hit everything pretty hard with a combination of these moves. So, hoping to have a little bit of fun with that one. Let's get into this fight. Okay, we're getting into the fight here versus Blazeman and the Winchester Metachamps. His Terra Captain, he didn't bring his second one, so it looks like he has a Tornadus T. Obviously a terrifying Terra Captain, can be flying, ground, or electric. So let's see here. He has a couple of possible, his most likely leads, I guess, would be Sandy Shocks or Samurott. He could also just come in with Tornadus and start blasting. I kind of think our web setter here has a pretty good matchup into most of this team. Let's just go for it. Let's come in with Mr. Webs. We don't actually have any webs on him this week. And what is he going to do to try and counter that? He could come in with his Terapagos. spin. He could also potentially taunt us with his Whimsicott. Because Vikavolt definitely is the obvious lead for me. He could just come in and try and kill it immediately too. Okay, he brings out Tornadus. We don't want to take a Hurricane. In fact, if he Terra Hurricanes us, we are not in a good spot. Kind of wonder if he taunts us here, though. Let's just go for a Thunderbolt, hoping that he's going to taunt us. So if he does go like a Terra, Flying Hurricane, or a Bleak Wind, we are going to be toast. Brought something a little different with Mr. Webbs here, so I'm hoping that we can get a chance to use it. He could be Terra Ground on this too, I'm just realizing. Okay, he withdraws. Maybe not Terra Ground, or maybe just didn't want to use it yet. Okay, brings out Whimsicott. Let's go for a Bug Buzz. He could Encore us here. I think a Bug Buzz will kill if we hit him. He shouldn't be able to kill us. Even if he's Choice Specs with a Moonblast, it's doing 81% max, it looks like. He goes for the Moonblast. And he may have been Choice Specs, actually. Okay, so we get First Blood. Fortunately... Yeah, dang, we should have done a Agility there, because he's going to be able to just come in and pick us off with something now. We're slower than most stuff on his team. It's kind of yeah, I was expecting him to do like have like a support set on that with maybe Encore. That was my biggest fear there. To keep me from doing Agility. That's okay. Okay, he brings out Shell Shock, who we imagine is the turtle here. Don't know what he's going to do, of course. I think we just go ahead and let's go for a Thunderbolt, just in case he doesn't kill us. Or would this be worth keeping around longer? It's actually decent defensively into a lot of his team. Screw it. Let's just go for a Thunderbolt and see what he does here. Terra Starstorm. It's probably going to kill us. It does. Let's bring in our Hippo. Would love to get some Sandstorm up here to break his shell, unless he's brought Goggles. Okay, and does he stay in versus us here? He could do like, could just do another Terra Starstorm. We could also go into Tauros, maybe? If he does stay in, presumably we break his shell and can threaten him with threaten him with a close combat. goes for a Calm Mind. Not great for us. Come on, break his goggles. Okay, good. Alright. So, I don't think he wants to eat this close combat. He could just go into his Tornadus. If he goes into Tornadus, we can go into Screamtail, I guess. So let's just go for a close combat. We don't want Terapagos to sit here and set up on us. Stays in. Oh, and he survives it. Damn. So he's probably going to kill us now. Yup, the crit cemented it, but I think with the defensive drop and plus his Calm Mind, we weren't looking real good there. Okay, so do we just come in now? I think we can just come in with Excadrill. Does he have a Ghost? What's to keep me from just doing a Rapid Spin here is what I'm getting at. I think we just go Rapid Spin. How many Sand turns do I have left, actually? 3 left. Okay, we're just going to go for a Rapid Spin, just in case he stays in. Okay. We don't... tempted to Swords Dance there, but we don't want to... we don't want to take a +1 hit from him there. It's going to do significant damage to us, so kind of had to just get the kill there. Gotta imagine we see like a Tornadus, or he could easily bring in his Samurott here too. He's thinking about it. Doesn't know what I have, of course, I guess, too, as far as coverage moves. So I can be Terra Grass, Nutcracker. Okay, who's Nutcracker? Okay, in comes Nutcracker. So we don't really want to stay in on his Nutcracker. I mean, we could survive a hit and do like an Earthquake and potentially KO him the next turn. What are our options here, though, as far as switch-ins on this thing? We can go into Mudang. I'm sorry, we can go into Tanya here. Or do we just Terra? So I got Terra Water, which would be nice potentially. Still, I don't. Okay, so I don't want to. So we're just gonna go into Tanya. Come on, Tanya. See what he does. Razor Shell or Ceaseless will do about 30. Do about a third to us. He misses the Razor Shell. Great luck for us there, obviously. Okay, and he could just switch into... I'm kind of guessing he switches into his Sandy Shocks here. So otherwise, he's taking a Thunder Wave on something else. We're not going to be able to do much to his Sandy Shocks either. Let's go for actually a Dazzling Gleam. I kind of don't think he's going to stay in. Okay. So at least a little bit of chips to presumably his Sandy Shocks here. Oh, fuck. Okay, no. Okay. We're gonna go into Mudang here. Didn't think he wanted to risk the paralysis there. So if he gets a +1, he'll be able to do a pretty good chunk to Hippowdon, but still we should be able to avoid a 2 KO there. Okay, he withdraws. Kind of makes me think he's electric on this. Maybe trying to bait out the Terra Water. So where's Spadef on this? Unless he specs, we're only taking about 36 here. So I'm actually just going to go for an Ice Fang and see what he does. Terras. Is it Terra Flying? Gotta imagine it's Terra Flying. It is. Okay, that's gonna hurt. Okay, so that seems like specs damage, potentially. Let's see, or could he be modest? He could be like an expert belt or something. So I think he could just be a high roll and modest. What is he gonna do to Screamtail? Screamtail should be able to take that a little bit better. Could also come into Excadrill. And Excadrill should be able to survive. So let's do that. Let's go a little bit aggressive here and keep Hippowdon alive, hopefully. So you call the switch with like a Heat Wave. So he could be like a whatever the flying boost item is here. Do I just go for an Iron Head or do I go for a Swords Dance? Is kind of what I'm considering here. I think we just play it safe and go for an Iron Head, which should kill him if he stays in. Kind of expect him to go into his Samurott. Would love for him to stay in, but that doesn't make much sense for him, does it? Okay, switches out. Okay, just kind of sacking this thing, I would imagine. Let's go for the Earthquake. Maybe just trying to wait out our sand turns and bring his Tornadus back in. But this thing should... we're otherwise getting a free Earthquake, unless he's just going to go straight back into Tornadus. He's got Shuka. Okay. Is that going to save him, though? It does not. Sandstorm is down, obviously. Okay, kind of obvious, but we're going to go into Tanya here. Otherwise, he's killing us there. He's going to kill us with this too here. Let's see. It's for Ceaseless. Gets them spikes up. Might just go for a Wish here. I'm trying to decide to go for a Wish or like a Dazzling. So I don't think he wants to stay in. I think he goes into Sandy Shocks. We're not doing much to Sandy Shocks. Okay, let's go for a Wish here. Goes for the Razor Shell. Gets that defense drop, which is unfortunate for us. That really stinks, actually. Kind of forces our Terra Water here. Terra Ghost isn't really helping us elsewhere at the moment. We're -1 on the defense here too. So can we actually survive another Ceaseless? It's going to be really close. Razor Shell potentially kills us. I think we go for the Terra here. And just go for a Dazzling Gleam. Come on. Okay, we survive. We do get another defense drop. I wonder now, is he in Excadrill range? I think he is in Excadrill range. And so I'm going to go actually to sack Mudeng here. He misses the Ceaseless. Okay, I gotta think he just kills us here with this water move. Just trying to think how we're gonna win this. Let's go into Screamtail, I kind of want to say, and do some para, keep him alive another turn since we kind of got that blessing there to do that with the miss. Hits us with the Razor Shell. At this health range, we're unfortunately pretty at risk here. I think we just go for another Dazzling, or do I want to Thunder Wave this thing? I think Thunder Wave is limited value against him at this point. So let's just go for this. Okay, come on, is he going to go into Sandy Shocks? Okay, goes in his bird. his bird kill Screamtail at this range? He could just be coming in for a regenerator. I think we can survive. So I'm gonna go for a Thunder Wave here, because if we can get this thing paralyzed, that would be absolutely huge for us. Ooh, it did a lot more than I thought it would. Okay. Come on, Thunder Wave. We'd love to see it. Okay. So, Tanya is all but useless for us here. Something is going to have to take a... Actually, we're faster now. I could wish and have it heal whatever I bring in next. Or I could just do a Dazzling Gleam. What would be more valuable to us? So, full health would be really nice to have on Excadrill. Let's just take go for some chip here with Dazzling, though. He gets Parrot too, and he's faster than us, which is interesting. That kind of makes me think he's Scarf. Okay, so I'm just gonna go into... Should I stay in and just do... Yeah, let's just stay in and keep Dazzling. Just trying to think. So I could just go in and Mudang, get the sand up and die here presumably, and then just go into Excadrill right afterwards for a potential sweep. And then come in with this thing later, some other time. Let's do that. Because that, if he kills us, it'll actually kind of help us with momentum a little bit. So we can come in cleanly with Excadrill. Nails us with the Bleak Wind. Yeah, so we just come in and Iron Head here. We should be faster. Of course we'll be faster. He's paralyzed. Tempted just to go for the rapid. I mean, I might as well just go for the rapid spin, right? Let's go for a rapid spin. Get rid of these spikes. Get the kill. Got the unnecessary crit there. Pretty bad luck, honestly, for a lot of his accuracy moves here. Sorry about that. Let's see what he's got. If he has like an Aqua Jet on his Nutcracker here, that could be trouble for us. But what else are we going to do at this point? Yeah, because we're kind of running out of turns. Let's go for... Let's see what it'll do, actually. Yeah, it's going to kill us, unfortunately. Damn, okay. So we could go into Tanya and then come out and try and kill it with Trout. Or just come out with Trout afterwards and go for try for the win con there. Damn, we might have lost this one, actually. Let's go into... We're just going to sack Tanya here. So I think I might run out of sand turns here, but I think I need Excadrill. If he doesn't have Aqua, I'm definitely throwing here. He's got a Sucker Punch, okay. Which probably also would have killed us. We just go for a Dazzling. Kills us. Okay, and so now we come in with Chi-Yu. And a Flamethrower should be able to kill him here. We should be faster. We might be running out of sand turns and might, yeah, we're done. We're gonna lose this. Let's go, or do we go for a flame charge first? No, we go for a flamethrower here. Probably Sucker Punches us to break our balloon. See, I threw there. I could have just maybe killed him with Excadrill. That Wish plan would have been really nice too, actually. Okay, so he hits us there. Our balloon is popped. He's AV. He gets the burn. Okay, he's just gonna Sucker Punch us again, I presume. I'm gonna go into Excadrill. Just because maybe I can save some chip damage if he does go for a Sucker Punch here. He goes for a Razor Shell. Oh, honestly, I just threw that one away again. I could have done a Flame Charge there. If I did a Flame Charge, I would have killed him. I would have had enough to get his Sandy Shocks. So that is unfortunate because we are definitely going to die to an Earth Power here. So you got Booster Speed. He does. I think we always just lose here. Go for an Overheat, just in case somehow we survive. We do not. So that is good games. Close one. I guess the Flame Charge wouldn't have mattered. Yeah. Good game. We are now 4-2, and we'll see you guys next week.